Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
On 1st September, the Supreme Court opened its doors for lawyers after a period of 17 months. Now we know that the Supreme Court and other courts across the country were hearing cases so far through video conferencing. This has been the case since March last year after the country went into a nationwide lockdown owing to the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. But what we're now seeing is that there seem to be very few takers for physical hearings, as the last few days have seen most lawyers opting to appear for hearings through video conferencing instead of appearing physically in courts. So, for example, on day 1, which is 1st September, Chief Justice of India N.V. Ramana's court began with over 90 lawyers logged in virtually. In some courtrooms, no one appeared physically throughout the day. The second day, that is 2nd September, at CJI's court, Chief Justice's court began with over 50 participants, all appearing virtually. The third day, which was a Friday, it was designated exclusively for virtual hearings, so it began with 150 participants all logged in. As to why this is happening, we have lawyers blaming the logistics, the fear of the third wave, and the standard operating procedure for physical hearings as well. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the SOP, that is the standard operating procedure, that the Supreme Court's Secretary General had issued on 28th August, basically laying down the rules for resumption of physical hearings. So it said that there will be a hybrid option allowing lawyers to choose whether they want to appear physically or virtually in any case. So I spoke to a Supreme Court lawyer, Advocate Shivam Singh, who said that physical hearings have received a lukewarm response from Supreme Court lawyers, and he said that since the court has given lawyers the option of mixed, that is virtual or physical hearings, lawyers have in fact now found it more prudent to conduct their hearings from their screens. He also blamed it on logistical issues and on the apprehension of a third wave. So he said, and I quote, "There is also the worry that once in physical court, lawyers cannot effectively attend virtual hearings before other courtrooms to avoid all these logistical hurdles, and due to the fear of an impending third wave, people have found it more prudent to skip physical appearances." Now, the SOP also lists down other conditions on lawyers who want to appear physically as well. So it says that lawyers and parties who want to enter into the high security zone of the Supreme Court for these physical hearings can only do so through daily special hearing passes. These passes will be issued by the registry after authorization by the advocate on record. Additionally, it also limits the number of lawyers in courtrooms to 20 at a time. So in cases where more than 20 people appear physically, the concerned Supreme Court bench will have the discretion to adjourn the matter and hear the case through video conferencing mode instead. Now, these are specifically the clauses which haven't really gone down well with several other lawyers. In fact, the Supreme Court Bar Association also wrote to the Chief Justice of India saying that the SOP is a non-starter and had already warned that lawyers who are members of the SCBA would not like to opt for physical hearings when they have so many conditions attached to them. In fact, SCBA President Vikas Singh has been batting for complete reopening of the Supreme Court. He spoke about the restrictions and conditions that are currently in place through the SOP and told us that this form of restrictive physical hearing with so many conditions is not acceptable to the bar, that is the lawyers. He also said, and I quote, "If everything else has opened, don't treat the Supreme Court as a Wuhan lab that the moment it opens, it will spread infection in the entire country. It's like any other place." This is Apoorva Mandhani for ThePrint. For more such videos, do subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.